Hi everybody, Mr. Clark here again. So let's continue with our discussion of polynomials. So we're going to study like terms. So many of you know this, but some of you probably forgot. So here I made this horrible polynomial here that we can use. So let's see, like terms are terms whose variables and exponents are the same. Okay, so I give you an example here. If I go up here, this one and this one, so they both have an x and they're both raised to the power of 5. So those are like terms. Turns out the 15 and the 11 are also like terms. You may be saying to yourself, well, where are the exponents? Well, we can write that as 15 times x to the 0 and 11 times x to the 0. And that's because anything to the 0 power is 1. So we don't write our 1s, just kind of a trick. But you can tell these are just two numbers, so they're the same. But on the other hand, 2x squared and 6x to the 4th, those are not like terms. How come? Well, the exponents are different. Okay. Have the same variable, but the exponents are not the same. And then we have 3y squared and 2x squared. So the exponents are the same, but their variables are different. So the key is here to remember that both the variable and the exponent must be the same for them to be like terms. All right, so we're starting our discussion on polynomials again. We looked at the definition of like terms. It's very important. So the terms are like, or if their variables and exponents are the same. So I gave you a couple examples here that are in that polynomial I made. So we have 5x to the 5th and 3x to the 5th. Same variable, same power, 15 and 11. Those are the same because I can write them like this. Okay. And then we found some that aren't the same. So here I have two. They both have the same variable, but the powers are different. I have a couple here that have the same power, but the variables are different. So remember, both the variable and the exponent must be the same. All right. Here's a quick little practice. Shouldn't take you. You're just going to say on a piece of paper, are they like terms or are they not like terms? So why don't you just try number 1. Well, let's see. Those are not like terms. The exponents are different. That's pretty easy. Let's go on to the next one. Try the next one. Those like terms? Yeah, they're like terms. They both have an x and they both have the raised to the power of 4. That's pretty simple. Now you notice here, the next one I have 3 terms I'm looking at. I could have 100. So let's see, are those like terms? Let's see. Well, they all have the variable x and they're all raised to the power of 4. Yep, those are like terms. The next one, number 4, I'm trying to trick you. See if you can quickly figure that out. Are those like terms? Well, let's see. They both have x's and y's, and the powers are both 4s and 2s. But I switched them on you, so those are not like terms. I know, I'm tricky. Oh, the next one, how about number 5? Are those like terms? Well, it looks to me like they are. And so they all have x's and y's, and the powers are all in the correct spots. The last one's pretty obvious. They all have the same powers, but that's an x, y, and a z. And so those are not like terms. Okay, so we had a little practice here. Okay, let's go on to the next topic. Well, we have to simplify these like terms. So to simplify like terms, you simply add their coefficients together. You have to combine these together, make it smaller polynomials coming up here. So here's an example. So I have 5y squared plus 2y squared. What's important here is I just copy the coefficients over here. So now I just have to look here. I don't have to look here anymore. I'm saying 5 plus 2 is 7. Pretty easy. Again, oh, I got a negative. I'm going to copy that negative over here and copy the 5 over there. So now I have to know. You got to know how to add integers. I mean, I don't have a time machine to go back in time and cover that. So negative 3 plus 5 is a positive 2. Let's try the next one. So just copy the numbers, coefficients over to here. Okay, so I don't have to look here anymore. So now I just have to say 3 minus 1 is 2 plus 8 is 10. So you kind of just take 2 at a time. It helps. It helps me. I do it just university. Still do it today. How about this one? A little tricky here because there's a minus 1 stuck right in there. We don't write our ones. So you got to know there's a minus 1 over here. And then I'm just going to copy the minus 2, minus 3. Well, the rule is when the signs are the same, you just add the numbers up and keep the sign. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 is just minus 6. Uh-oh, getting a little more complicated here. Let's see if we can do this one. Well, I'm just going to take them 2 at a time. Let's take these 2. I'm going to move them over here. So I should be working over here. Let's try this one. What's minus 7 plus 11 is 4. Minus 3 is 1. Plus 20 is 21. So I just took 2 at a time. And finally, this last one, sometimes everything just cancels out. So I have 3 minus 5 is 2, is negative 2. And 6 minus 4 is 2, and negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Okay. All right, so this is an important concept here. I mean, the thing about like terms is we want to condense them. We want to combine them together so we can simplify our polynomials, and we just simply add their coefficients together. You need to know something about adding integers. So when the signs are the same, like here, I just add them together. Same here, all the signs are the same, minus, 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 minus. So I just said 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. A little more tricky here. You can take 2 at a time. A lot of different ways to do it. You can say 8 plus 3 is 11, minus 1 is 10. That's another way to do it. A lot of different ways of doing this. Okay. And so we figured out how to get these answers by using what we know of adding signed integers. All right. Let's go on to the next one. Well, we have to practice these. Now that I lectured, you try these right now. See if you can get them. I'll just relax here. Well, the first one looks pretty easy. That's just what 8 plus 12 is what? 20. All right. Try the next one. Now you can certainly, on the Google Classroom, tell me if you like the colors or how I can improve things. Am I going too fast? So I have minus 7 plus 9 is positive 2. Let's try the next one. Well, there's 2 of them. It's pretty easy. Just got to say, what's minus 8 minus 3? Well, the signs are the same, so I just say 8 plus 3 is 11. Keep the sign. Okay. All right, 4. Try 4. Well, all the signs are the same. So minus 4, minus 2, minus 13. So minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6. Minus 13 is minus 19. You know, if you have a calculator, that's fine. You want to use a calculator, you can do that. Used to be we didn't allow calculators a long time ago, but I use one. So here we go. So let's see. So I have 7 minus 11 is minus 4. See what my answer is here. So I have minus 7 minus 11 minus 4. Minus 3 is minus 7. Plus 15 is 8. All right, so I did 2 at a time and just went to the left. This one's a little tricky. That's a minus 1. 7 minus 6 is a plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 is 0. Now, if you don't like these colors, I was playing around with orange. Let me know. Orange is the answer. All right, let's go on to the next topic. Here's another horrendous polynomial. A simplified polynomial just combine like terms until there are no more terms that can be combined. So this is where we were heading. We want to be able to do that. So let's see what's happening here. So let's start off with this. I like to start with the highest powers, so I'm going to start with the x to the fifths. And I'm going to combine those x to the fifths. 5 plus 3 is 8. All right, so let's go down to the next power. That's what I have, x to the fourth. I have 4 minus 6. So the positive 4. Notice I keep the signs. I don't want to forget. 4 minus 6 is minus 2, and x to the fourth. Who's next? I have the y squared. 9 plus 3. I'm going to get 11y squared. Those are gone. Sometimes you can cross them off on your paper if you're, lightly, so you don't get confused here. Well, so I have the constant terms left. So minus 15 minus 11 is minus 26. Now I go, wow. What happened to the x? The x doesn't have a buddy to combine to, so you still got to put him in the answer. He just doesn't disappear or anything. So now I combine all the simplifications together. So there's my x to the fifth, 2 to the fourth, 11y squared, there's to 26. And don't forget to include this guy. Put the x in there. He didn't disappear. He's still there, okay? Okay, let's see what's coming up next. Oh, you got to practice it again. I'm sorry. Perfect practice makes perfect. So the first one, let's see if we can do that one. I'll give you a few minutes. All right, so let's see what the answer is here, see if we can make it work. All right, so let's give me the y squares. I have 8, and then I have 7 is 15, plus 12 is 27. All right, with that one. And then what about the x's? I have 3 plus 2 is 5. And then I have minus 5 plus 4 is minus 1. There we go. All right, that looks okay. Let's try the next one. I know I'm going kind of fast, but you can always stop the video and work on it. Just a YouTube video. Let's see what we got. Well, let's start with the X squared here. Well, let's see. So I have 9 minus 7 is 2. 2 minus 11 is the minus 9. All right, that's okay. And minus 15 minus 9, it's minus 24. All right. Let's try the next one. So I'm hoping I didn't make a mistake here. It's just, I have double checked this, but so many little numbers adding, subtracting. I know it's hard on you too as well. So that's why when I give you a test, I don't give you 20 to do. You know, I can test you 4 or 5 is enough. All right, let's try the next one. Well, we got some x cubes here. So I have minus 8, and minus 3 is minus 11. That looks okay. I got 3y squared. 3y squared, he's there. 3y, he doesn't have a buddy. He stays there, and the 8x don't have a buddy, so that's it. I just copy them over there. Okay. Let's try the next one. All right, let's see what we got. Well, let's go to the z cubes. Minus 4, minus 13 is minus 17. Minus 2 is minus 19. That's okay. 10 minus 100, it's minus 90. All right, got that one. Checking my own work here. Try the next one. All right, let's see what we got. Well, I got 1y cubed, so that's easy. He just stays there. I got these y squared. 7 minus 11 is minus 4. This is tricky because that's 1y minus 15y's. Minus 14y. A little tricky is that 1 was there. And let's try the last one. All right, see if I got this one. Oh, I got another 0 again. You know I'm going to give that to you. So let's see, how can I do this? Well, see, minus 5 is negative 10 plus 10. Those cancel out. Right? And I have this minus 3 minus 4 x squared. It's minus 7 plus 7. They all cancel out. All right. All right, so that's enough practice for now. Practicing's important. Well, guess what it's time for? It's time for your homework. I'm going to go down on the font size a little bit here because they take up too much room. So you have 12 problems. Shouldn't take you more than 15, 20 minutes. You're going to give me the answers, hopefully, on the Google Classroom. So I need you to try this. So we're actually moving pretty quickly through polynomials. There's a lot to do, a lot to study. So do your best. Be safe. Be healthy. Till next time, Mr. Clark. It's over and out.